Good morning. It's the 9th of September. Well done, Tim. Got the date right. Oh no, it's the 9th. Because this is meeting in the secret place still. But there's a little bit of sulking at the well. I'm at the well. And I'm sulking at the well again because I was supposed to be in Australia today. And I'm not. Not even virtually. I can't even pay the subscription. But I was supposed to be. And I'd like to say I'm there in spirit. That's about it. There are a lot of kindred spirits meeting today in sunny Australia. Some of my favourite people are meeting today in Australia. And I am here, sulking. Not moaning, I'm just sulking a little bit at the well. Deserve to. No, look, I'm kidding. And as I'm understanding it, it doesn't matter. Oh, but it feels like it does. The limits we place on ourselves, and the limits we create. I seem to have created a fairly big financial limit in my life, which I refuse to let it stop me. That's why I'm meeting in the secret place all the time. I refuse to be limited by it. And truly, I'm not. But in my days, it does feel like I am. But anyway, that's not the point of today's little chat. Another step of refusing to give up. And I'll touch on that in the moment, through life, you seem to, in a sense, be given more tools within that moment, through understanding, through experience, through wisdom. And they are, in a sense, created and noticed and experienced through being present, both in that moment and in moments through your life. And an example really sort of struck me with my work. That, like in any job, you learn. Of course you do. You need to. And so over the years in this particular work I'm sort of doing now, which is building and everything, I've probably been involved in, over the last 20 years, I must have been involved in sort of 50 or possibly more bathrooms and lots of other stuff. But bathrooms have featured quite a lot. Like I say, I like tiling, and bathrooms have a lot of tiling in them. And they're one of the most sort of complicated rooms in a house because they have it all going on. They've got water, electrics, they've got the tiles, they've got this, the drains. It's the most complicated room. And over the years, like I said, I was involved in many. And it was often where, like years ago, Keith, who I'd love to talk about these people, Keith and Maggie, I've mentioned them, and they're childhood friends. They've known me since I was in a nappy. So they're really like parent figures. And so I worked with Keith. When I sort of first came over here, I was living just near them. And then, I got some work with Keith and learnt a lot with Keith, And so I was involved in these jobs, in these bathrooms, as a kind of a mate, and I saw everything that was being decided, but it was all beyond me. I'm just helping. It was confusing. I didn't have the experience. I watched through working then with other mates and friends and stuff, the stresses, the problems, the mistakes that were made, and the mistakes that I made. Bursting water pipes, bursting drains, breaking tiles. Oh my goodness, there's so many mistakes. Some of those mistakes can be very expensive. Getting something wrong that you then have to dig up a load or take the bath back out or the toilet back up. It's all expensive mistakes. And I, throughout all these years, have gradually reached a point in this last year or so where, as I'm working, I have the confidence to step into that role of making all those decisions based on my experience. A confidence comes up, decision-making ability improves, and I find myself doing what in the past I couldn't really envisage me doing, that I was always preferred others to make all those decisions. And I now find myself making them. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's giving me a sense of confidence that is helping me simply progress. It doesn't get me to some woo point. It's not like I win anything doing bathrooms. You don't. But what you want to come out with is a good product. And I'd say in this world, that is like an example of the same process I'm going through in another aspect of my life, something far more fundamental to me, living. That there are the same, similar lessons, there's all sorts, and a growth through experience to reach a point of close to clarity in this world. Talking still about the work. Now, in this journey that I find myself on of understanding, the same principles seem to apply. And the same necessity to be present over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's what we are forced to do in our work. And that's what we need to be forced to do, in a sense, in our consciousness, in our knowing ourselves. That it is in that presence. It doesn't all go, there it is, the answer. But every step of presence seems to bring me closer. And I wanted to share that because that was a little bit of a simple insight for me today that's helped me. And I wanted to share it. And I can. And now, on with the day. On with the show. On with connecting. The importance of what we're involved in, I've continued to say. But the scope of what, in a sense, we're aligning with, it becomes so obvious why that surrender is absolutely essential. Because it isn't like aligning with this world. It's not like aligning with a bathroom job. That's a different alignment. It's a very limited alignment. Aligning with this life with this infant is another ball game. And yet, that presence is always that gift to me. And this morning I managed back on track, which gives me a boost, without a doubt. Just seconds, minutes in that place is just colours my day. And that's the only colour I want now. So, as ever, I do want to express my gratitude. Silently as I do, but louder and louder. I want to thank every single heart that is stepping onto this journey, onto this path. And just say, welcome. Let's do it. Let's get together. And oh God, I don't know how or when. I don't have the money to pay my bills, and I'm not complaining. I'm explaining. But still, that's no excuse for not aligning. It is my personal responsibility to align with this love story and the ones I admire. So I just want to leave you with that today. 9th September, Mr. Not Stopping. And a message of that continued conviction in the possibility of unity on this planet. Because quite honestly, we don't have a choice. That the darkness that has tried to rob this planet for so long, it's enough. And it's our combined light that will shine it away in a second. It's not anywhere near as strong, not even a touch on the strength of what I'm talking about. And yet it is that noisy one that seems to talk so loudly, shout so much, and whine and moan so much that it not only drowns out the joy, it takes people away from the possibility of that joy. Because it is a greedy darkness. And they don't even really know what they want. They just want destruction and problems. So I can see the energy of positivity, not fighting back, simply standing up, especially in the States at the moment. And that gives me so much hope that I know there is more than enough. Positive, loving strength and light in the people to outshine this noisy, whiny, moany, dark energy. I mean, my goodness, how boring. If that was a child, you just tell them to get a grip. But because it's rich adults, what? They get respect? When did that start? No, I'm not having a go. You know me. Mr. Not having a go. But I don't know, let's wake up. It's too important, too serious if it drifts away. Let us truly step onto a path of hope. You know, isn't that what's always been talked about? Isn't that what we're doing? So I will just continue to dream and pray of that day of unity when I will look in, surmise, with clarity and understanding, that people will not turn. And that would, well, I don't know, is it, that's just me looking for this validation? I just want to be real. Simple as. So, love, light and hope to everyone. Love to the wild bird. I'm sure you were kind of there this morning. Not quite in vision, but always just there you are. Well, that's good enough for me. It certainly is. So, take care of yourselves. And I'm sure I will talk to you really quite soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.